But you, Daniel, shut up the word.
Yeah, Daniel,
and
shut
seal
up.
the
No one
book
asked you
until
anything.
the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase.
Remember, kids, running backwards and forwards will make you smarter.
The end of the world. Will it ever happen?
Probably.
If so, when?
About 5 billion years.
This is one of the most important and mysterious questions of all time. The biblical prophet Daniel clearly predicted that just prior to the end of the world, we'd witness a dramatic increase in knowledge. Has it happened?
Let's consult the science
Consider, for
machine.
instance, how dramatically modes of transportation have changed in recent times. For 60 centuries, man could travel no faster than the quickest horse. Now voyages that once required months are achieved in minutes.
Voyage achieved, Captain.
In one generation, the computer revolution has brought about mind-boggling changes that our ancestors could never have even imagined. But an even more accurate interpretation of this verse is that knowledge concerning the prophetic books would increase. And as predicted, this has happened too. But the writings of Daniel are not the only ones in the Bible that speak of last-day events. What other knowledge could be hidden within the ancient texts of Scripture?
Well, it doesn't look like it's terribly well hidden because it's written in gold.
And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet.
Not yet what?
And there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Famines, pestilences, and earthquakes
One
are the
can
beginning of
quickly
sorrows?
look around the globe and see that both political and natural forces have made the modern world an increasingly dangerous place to live.
Minor chord.
Within the last 100 years, the world has had to endure 2 world wars and numerous other major conflicts, not to mention the rise of international terrorism. Add to this the marked increase in deadly natural disasters, including earthquakes, fires, floods,
Not really giving us much to work with here, are they?
killer storms, and bizarre weather, all continuing to wreak havoc on planet Earth. Amazingly, the Apostle John predicted that another sign of the
watch
last
those
days
TVs in the
would
background,
be
or,
man's ability to destroy the planet.
Guess just leave them
In
running.
Revelation 11, verse 18, he said, "The time would come when God would destroy those who destroy the earth." It's clear that this prophecy has been vividly fulfilled.
Vividly
For
fulfilled.
centuries,
When was
man
the
could do
Earth
little more than
destroyed?
just shoot flaming arrows or lob cannonballs at his enemy. But
America!
now we possess
Fuck
devastating
yeah!
that can quickly render life on this planet extinct. In fact, Jesus even predicted that if his coming were postponed, no flesh would survive.
Quick, everyone into the fridge!
Christ warned
Is he getting
that we
closer
would
to the
have
camera every
face
time they
all
cut
these
back?
dangers, but they would only be the beginning of the end.
Beginning?
Could it be that there's something mankind does to trigger Earth's final events?
But know this, that in the last days perilous times will come. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, unloving,
Come on.
unforgiving.
This is so sexist.
slanderers,
Women can be those things
without
too, you know.
self-control, brutal, despisers of good.
Anyone who has lived through the past several decades cannot deny the steady and frightening moral freefall of modern society. Each generation continually pushes the envelope of acceptable behavior. As a result,
Rags, part
each succeeding
exchange,
generation
opportunity,
operates
license,
under a
sex
lower
shit.
moral standard than the one before. And
Yes.
unfortunately, there
Drug
appears to
abuse
be no end to
and
this
gay
shameful
marriage,
trend.
the 2 worst
In
sins in
Noah's
the
day,
Bible.
chronic
Hey,
moral
are you guys
decay
gonna save
led
your
to
friends instead
global
of calling for the
destruction from a
boat?
flood. In Lot's time, the perverted depravity of Sodom and Gomorrah led to the annihilation of these cities by fire from heaven.
Oh, that's just the hammer of dawn from Gears of War.
As it was also in the days of Lot. They ate, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. But on the day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even so will it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed.
And
San
so in our day,
Francisco.
could it be that
You will never
rampant
find a more
immorality
wretched
and perversion
hive of
will
scum
once
and
again
liberalism.
call down judgments from heaven? Along with society's moral
let me just
decline,
creep in
the
shot
Bible
here.
also warns that in the last days there will be a dramatic rise in spiritualism in the
There
culture.
we go.
Now the Spirit expressly says that in latter times some will depart from the faith, giving heed to deceiving spirits and doctrines of demons.
The practice of communicating with the dead, long
God, he's
forbidden
still
by the
getting
scriptures,
closer.
is fast becoming acceptable even in modern churches. Television programs and movies featuring witchcraft and occultism have become extremely popular.
Hey! These occultist people
In
have pretty
spite of
good
all this
taste.
rampant spiritualism and immorality, the Bible teaches that where sin abounds, grace abounds even more. And so one exciting bright spot of the last days is Jesus' promise that just before his return, the gospel would go to all the world.
And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all the nations, and then the end will come.
The once seemingly insurmountable task of communicating the gospel to the four corners of the earth is fast becoming a reality. Through missionaries, books, tapes, satellite
Check out
broadcasts,
Cybertron,
and
top
the
right.
internet, the gospel work is fast accelerating around the world. The message of salvation has never had wider distribution than today. The Bible reveals that we are obviously living in Earth's final days. The increase in knowledge, global instability, moral decline, and the explosive interest in the occult
Did you
all
just say
testify
explosive
that the
interest
end
in
is near.
Yakult?
The final signs are fast being fulfilled. But there's more.
Oh, God.
The Bible also warns that it is these opposing forces of good and evil that will ultimately bring the world to the Battle of Armageddon. At some point soon,
A giant
some
skull
unknown
will
global
appear in the
crisis
ocean.
will plunge the entire planet into the most terrifying events the world has ever seen.
For then there will be great tribulation, such as has not been since the beginning of the world until this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Was that quote spoken backwards?
What catastrophe will trigger this final crisis? And when will it happen? Could it be some devastating act of terrorism? Some international economic crash? Maybe even an earthquake, asteroid, or some other
Armageddon 2,
cataclysmic
directed
event?
by Uwe Boll.
Perhaps it's some chemical
I'm
calamity
singing in
or
the shower
deadly
just a washing
biological
my butt.
plague. Maybe even a combination of these disasters. But while the Bible doesn't reveal the exact critical event, it does reveal the dramatic scenes that will follow. Coming up in our next
Coming up
section,
after these
you'll learn
messages.
more about these astounding final events, shocking events, that even most Christians are unprepared
Oh
to
my
meet.
God, there's more? How far are we into this thing?
About 12 minutes.